Hello and good day. My name is Ramson Villas and welcome to my Magda vlog channel. It's spelled M-A-G-D-A, called Magda, and it's not MAGA because I don't want it to be confused between the American thing called MAGA, which is Make America Great Again by Trump. This is Magda, Middle-Aged Guy Digital Adventure. That's basically what it means. So it's Middle-Aged Guy Digital Adventure Vlog. And this is my prologue episode 000. This is where I give you the background to why I am getting started in doing this particular channel. It is my first vlog in my life and I've never done this before, so I'm a bit nervous. But what I want to do is document my digital experiences. The Magda background is as follows. I have been a businessman for over 20 years already, and I'm a local businessman whereby I do brick and mortar businesses, and all my businesses are traditional. Basically, you rely on foot traffic. People come to your store and they buy. I have a number of businesses that I do. There's some that are actually direct sales, some are actually storefront, and then some are services. I have a number of businesses, which I will cover later in a different vlog. But to put things into proper perspective, since 2010, I recognized the need to digitize my business, but somehow I couldn't get going with this thing. I realized that it's digitization because you can see it all around you, how things are changing and how things are becoming more and more digital. So one knows, any businessman would know that when they see something like this, they need to change and adapt with the times. But every time I try to do something to digitize my business, something goes wrong and it gets really, really stupid. Like either it's too expensive, the quotes to me were too expensive. Believe it or not, in as early as 2001, I wanted to actually digitize one of my businesses, which was actually in real estate. I needed to have a website that could really show the real estate. And at that time, a simple HTML website, which is like maybe 2 to 3 pages, somebody wanted to charge me as much as $2,000 to $4,000, of which today is literally free to actually put together. Amazing. But anyways, I was trying very hard to digitize, and every single time I do, things just go wrong. Like either the right staff who helped you put it together quit, or we ended up hiring the wrong person. Never really putting enough real budget seriously to do something like this, and somehow things just don't seem to come together. I mean, one of my biggest gripes is the fact that I had one staff back in 2011 who helped me actually create the Facebook that we have. But by 2017, that staff left. Along with them went the knowledge. You might say, well, why didn't I learn it? Well, actually, that was the point. Being a middle-aged guy, somehow transition to digitization was a bit foreign, and I can't quite get in the groove of things. And I'm sure some of you can kind of relate to this kind of thing. Now, what really put me in a position where I really had to make up my mind? Well, when the pandemic came into 2020, it really put things into perspective. I mean, it is no longer an option not to go digital. Let's face it. During the pandemic, businesses who digitized had a higher chance of surviving, or many of them survived, whereas the ones who didn't actually went under. I just have to say that I'm lucky enough that I was able to survive, even though I did not have digitization. Therefore, it is no longer an option. I really have to transition. And right now, I'm looking for ways to do so. So, what is this Magda all about? Well, it's simple. It's creating a blog of myself, for myself, documenting my digital activities and adventure that I go through daily. And I believe that this is a good service to a lot of people because I believe that many middle-aged people who have similar challenges would benefit from this particular channel. It's just showing you day to day, okay, what I need to learn, what I need to do in order to transition from a brick and mortar to a digital business. Not 100% digital business, but at least as a digital component, and it's a fully working digital component. All throughout this, what I'm looking for to document is digital uses, digital insights, digital software that I need to learn, digital platforms and tools, digital courses, digital skills that I need to learn or will be learning or have learned, digital related activities. I do want to make something very clear. This is not a how-to vlog type of a channel. I'm just simply documenting my daily digital experiences and also showing you the BTS, meaning behind the scenes situations. I might do a digital course review of something that I have learned recently and other digital experiences that might come along. So it could be anything and everything. But the key is, if you follow along with me, you can really see somebody who knows little about digital to becoming more and more of an expert over time. I guess in a way I'm in a unique position right now whereby it was difficult for me to adapt to being digital. And I'm just beginning to adapt to digitalization. Most of my businesses, which I run about 6 or 7, barely even have a website. And these are the things that we're actually going to go through and begin to build all those from scratch and put it all together and then put in the social media component and a few other things like that. It'll be an interesting way to follow through if you do follow it. Middle-aged guy digital adventure. What I really want to do is at least journalize and document my progress as much as I can in related to digital interactions, because basically that's how Magda was born. I just thought of that idea because, you know, why not? I could have a YouTube channel and I could show everybody how I transition. And the interesting part about it is this: I also realized that having a YouTube channel today is no longer a luxury, or is it some sort of an idea. It's actually a necessity if you ever want to have some sort of foothold in the digital space. It's a way to advertise your company, it's a way to advertise who you are, and a way to actually create influence so that people can create some sort of trust with you and get to know you. And the longer you're in that space, in a way, it's almost like your resume in the digital space. But the resume is not one sheet. It is many, many things that you do that they could actually see a track record of what you do. This is something that I thought about because we're not getting any younger. A couple of days ago, I turned 53 years old. But I always say that I'm now 47 years young. I decided to use the Benjamin Button situation, hopefully use it to my advantage. I said to myself, when I was 50 years old, when I turned 50, I said to myself, you know, 50 is a scary number. And if it keeps going up, it seems to be less and less empowering. But what if I say to myself every year that I turn on my birthday, that I grow younger? That's why I say I'm 47 years young. Isn't that a bit more empowering? Because I always like to say that I'm now 47 years young in terms of in spirit and in mind. So I'd like to keep it that way. Why I wanted to create this vlog? Well, a number of things. It's part of my bucket list because, first of all, it helped me overcome shyness and fear. I'm not a very sociable person. I don't like being in the limelight, putting my face in front of everybody else. Yeah, I like to be in the background. But sometimes, for the sake of your business whatsoever, you might need to actually put yourself out there. Second is discipline. It keeps me on my toes for my business, and that way I continue to do what I do, because whatever I say here and whatever I pledge, I have to do it. So in a way, I keep my promise by making my pledges on my vlog, and then anchors me into what I need to do, kind of thing. And let's face it, it's now part of a new way of life. Be part of the digital way of life. It's part of digital business, whether I like it or not. Okay, it's what it is. And lastly, it creates a legacy. Think about it. For the next 25 years, when I turn 25, young, okay, you know what I mean. At least I could say that I have actually documented myself for the last 23 years. Not bad, right? The other benefit behind it is if actually I have enough subscribers, I could even monetize it, and it could be a good thing for my retirement income, right? So anyways, it's a thought, and hopefully if we can get there, that would be great. Okay, so I just told you where we're really going, and I've given you the background. If you'd like to join me, I'll be very happy to, because if you're somebody who is finding this interesting, if you're someone who is middle-aged and looking to transition into the digital realm, okay, but would like to see somebody sort of, you know, watch somebody kind of follow them, go through their life doing the same thing, and if you are someone who just wants to watch someone grow into the digital situation, then please subscribe and tap the black bell button so that you get notifications for whenever videos come up. So I'm looking forward to being in touch with you, and thank you very much for the time for watching. Thank you.